It's Alvie.
I'm the 1-3, baby.
We're coming to you live from two separate locations. More on that here in a minute. But it's good. It's good to be back with the crew. It's good to be back hanging out with everybody. I know it's going to take a little bit of time for everybody to jump on board, but yeah. While we're waiting for people to come on, it's hilarious. I need to tweak that intro, the volume on that intro, because as that intro is playing, I couldn't hear a damn thing you were saying.
Really?
What's
Well,
up,
it's a
Rich?
little loud.
Rich joined us. Dave, your intro sick. Yeah, it was an intro out of well, there was two, right? So we had the original intro,
Right?
which we got a cease and desist, right? So then we changed the intro to some stock footage that we had, and then our good friend Andy, we bugged him and bugged him and bugged him, and he Alvie, your audio is terrible.
See, and you sound fine to me. All right, so we bugged him. His name, he's got Skyview drone photography. It's Andy Barrera. Guy is amazing. I cannot read any of the comments, so you got to read them for me. Anyway, we went ahead and had. You want me to hold on?
Yeah, hold on. All right. How's that? That should fix the audio problem. For some reason, I guess my AirPod microphones are not good. So hopefully that fixed. Sybil, let me know if that fixed it. Dark.
You still sound good to me.
Hopefully that fixed everything. Is it still screwed up? I know we're on a delay here, so I'm hoping that.
Yeah, I don't know, but
it should not be messed up now.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, technical difficulties, right? Cheers. Better. Okay.
Awesome. Finish your story.
Okay, so so we ended up getting Andy to do some filming for us, a bunch of drone footage, a bunch of really cool stuff, and then it was just a couple of days of sitting down and trying to edit it all and fit it all, so it wasn't super long because we did what? That was a whole day of filming.
We spent the day riding. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool. I think we plan on doing another one because we have a couple more things to add, I think.
Well, yeah, and I mean, there's still more to be done in general. So, yeah, so.
And we have a new intro song coming.
Yes, so things are gonna, that's gonna change, which would be nice because not that I can yet, but every time I post a damn video on YouTube, it gets flagged for copyright infringement because because apparently the song is not a royalty-free song like I had thought it was. So whatever. Anyways,
well, you got it, yeah.
So no big deal. But yeah, it's good to be back, man. It sucks that we're not together, and the reason for that, there's actually two reasons for that. One was you had some things going on that you kind of got around to the house late, and then I'm in the process of putting up a tile backsplash in my kitchen, which has taken me a few days longer than it really should have. But I was just finishing up today, and I couldn't have got it done and got a shower and got to your place in time to get anything resembling a show put together. So we're doing our show this way today. We'll be back together, so to speak, next week. We'll be doing it live from the 1-3 bar next week. So that is that. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead, jump into the bill paying section of the podcast or of the video, and then we'll rock and roll with the show. So,
all right. So as always, we're brought to you by Misfit Metalworks. Misfit Metalworks offers CNC plasma cutting, welding, metal fabrication, prototyping services, as well as laser engraving. You can contact the Misfits for all your metal needs at 813-598-7409 or stop by the shop at 1913 East Bears Avenue, Unit 1100 Bravo, Tampa, Florida 33613. Please let them know the Rock and Road Show sent you.
Of course, and then we're also brought to you by Eric Warren Artistry and Dropkick Customs. Eric Warren Artistry is a custom paint and fabrication studio specializes in turning your dreams into reality. EWA offers a one-stop shop for paint, metal and fiberglass needs, welding, full powder coating, motorcycle stereo equipment, air ride systems, custom wheels, and parts development. You can contact Eric Warren Artistries at 813-503-4764, or you can stop by the shop at 13215 North Nebraska Avenue, Suite A, Tampa, Florida 33612. Let Eric know we sent you. Eric's not there right now. He's big timing it. He's big timing it, Hollywood style, up in the Carolinas, filming with David Aiken, bringing the Fast Society.
Fast Society, yes it
is. Can't wait to see what it is. Can't wait to see it. I know.
And I would love to go up there and get some behind the scenes footage if they'd let us. That would be so awesome.
It would be pretty cool. So, but yeah. So have fun, Eric. I know you guys are filming. I saw the video. We kind of posted the video, but he was up there freezing his butt off, 28 degrees. So yeah. We're also brought to you by the Franhouse Law Group. The Franhouse Law Group provides legal representation for victims of negligence. They handle a broad range of personal injury, including wrongful death matters, car and truck accidents, motorcycle collisions, slip and fall injuries, and much more.
Yeah, for all your legal needs, please contact Fran Hosh at 866-LAW-FRAN, or you can visit lawfran.com. You can even stop by the offices at 1275 Nebraska Avenue. That's in Palm Harbor. 34683. Also, once again, please tell them we sent you.
Coolio.
Helps us out.
All right, so now that that's done and out of the way, this is our first show back since Christmas and New Year's. So
yes,
I haven't really, to be honest with everybody here too, I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you.
Nope.
About Christmas and New Year's. I know New Year's was a little less than desirable for you guys. But yeah. So how was Christmas?
Well, honestly, Christmas wasn't all that either.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. That's when we found out about my sister and all this that it was going downhill from there. So. And then also, my father-in-law decides to slip and fall and break a hip.
Jeez,
so
that's right.
He had surgery. So this Christmas and this New Year actually sucked.
It was kind of the period on 2020 for you.
Yeah, man. For me, it was. It really was. But we're doing our thing. We're just, got to put a smile and take everything one day at a time. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can probably hear my dogs. There's somebody out there barking. They're barking at them.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I know you guys have had a crappy year. I shouldn't say a year. Crappy end of the year, really.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's super unfortunate, and and I've already said this to you, but it's. They're going ape shit over there. But yeah, I've already said it, but anything that I can do, that we can do to help, by all means, let us know.
Absolutely.
And then
I appreciate that. I mean, everybody has been really kind to me, my family, this past couple weeks. It's been really extremely hard on my mom.
I can imagine.
So, and I also have to say, and my dad. So, yeah, we've lost 3 people in my family last year.
Man, that's rough, dude. That is rough. Yeah. Pat saying hey, Carmela saying hey, Kenneth saying hey. Sybil says she's sorry, Bobby.
I really appreciate it. I really do. And
it's
get off this subject because
I hear you.
The leak.
I hear you.
And we don't need to show that. So
no, so on the flip side of that, I had a very nice Christmas. It was a lot of moving around. I got extremely busy with work too at the end of the year. So did Christmas Day here, and we drove to Orlando. Did Christmas evening in Orlando. Had to come back because I had to fly on Sunday. And then, just all over the place. And then New Year's, we had everybody come over here for New Year's, and we went over to our good friends Soggy Bottom Brewing. You know those guys over there, but they had a party for New Year's, so we went over there and had a really cool time. They did a really good job with being COVID friendly, and it was a private party. They only sold about 50 tickets, so there was only 50 people in that whole space, front yard, front porch, back porch, inside, and everything. So it was really nice. We had a good time.
Good.
I ended up being the mother hen to everybody, because everybody came over here and just they got into the brewery and just started pounding down beers, and then my sister-in-law brings over the sham bong, and they were doing bong hits of friggin' champagne, which is never a good idea. Champagne period's a bad idea. Cheap champagne's an even worse idea, and then doing it as a friggin' shot, basically, or bong, whatever you want to call it, is an even worse idea. So everybody kind of went from 0 to 60.
You gotta explain this to me. I mean, is that like when you shotgun a beer?
Yeah, like we shotgun a beer. So basically, what it is
long tube.
It's a champagne flute, and then the stem is bent, and it looks like a pipe. Like if you put it in your mouth, it looks like a pipe. So then you cap it off with your thumb, and they pour the champagne in it, and then you put it in your mouth, let your thumb go, and then straight to the head.
And suck it down.
It's a horrible concept, and like I said, it's no good. It's no good shotgunning alcohol, period. But then you're doing it with cheap champagne, because it was free champagne that the guys at Soggy Bottom gave out. So it wasn't anything extremely
$10
great.
a bottle maybe.
Right, so which is fine. It was just a free champagne toast. So you expect nothing.
Bell.
Yeah, you're not gonna get no high end dollar stuff there. Ken's saying to hang in there for you, Bobby. Connie says, hey.
Thanks,
HD, what's up? I'm late. Not much. You haven't missed much. We're just still kind of recapping a lot of stuff. But yeah, so I ended up having to kind of take care of everybody, so it was kind of funny. But what was really good about it was the next day, we get up. I had to fly Sunday again. So Saturday was kind of a dead day, so to speak, for me. But it was all football day, right? So I got up, rolled around about 11:30 or so, came out and made this giant breakfast for everybody. And by the time I got that done and sat down, it's about 11:30, getting ready for 12 o'clock football to start. I walk out to the fridge and crack a beer and start drinking a beer, and everybody's looking at me like I got 3 heads. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't get crazy drunk last night. I was taking care of all of you guys. So I'm going to enjoy my football day, and then I'm going to meet you guys Sunday night, and we'll crank it back up.
And I got to tell you, man, because I have seen you go out to Soggy Bottom.
Oh yeah, no, you've seen me go bad.
You're normally getting directed on how to get home.
But yeah, so we had a good time, man. It was fun. It was good to bring a close to a less than desirable year.
Yes.
It was funny. I was talking to somebody about it, and while the year was weird, and through relationships, we've lost people over the year. I personally haven't, I look back on 2020, and it wasn't a bad year for me, right? Personally speaking. It was a weird year, but it wasn't, a sad or bad year. It was sad because I had connections that had bad, Kim had a really bad, 2020. Yourself had bad 2020. So, I mean, just, through those connections, it was a shitty year. But I was looking back on it, and I'm like, overall, I didn't really have that bad a year.
I will tell you, I know this has hit a lot of people financially, and it really sucked.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been out of work for this, lost their jobs, lost businesses. It's been crazy. Fortunately for my wife and I, my wife works for the school board. She was able to work at home when they were telling people to go home. And me, I work for the government at a hospital. I could not go home. I could, the stay home thing. That wasn't happening for me.
Didn't happen.
So economically, if you take the other bad parts out, it really wasn't a horrible year at all for us.
Yeah.
Our kids, they did okay. Some of them didn't. I got a couple that didn't work, but then I have, I'm talking a couple. I have 3 of my own, and then boyfriends and girlfriends. Okay.
Right.
So some were not working, where the majority of them were had jobs, going to work. My son had to work from home some. He works for USF in the IT department for the police department. So he worked half from home, half at the they alternated.
Right.
Him and the other guy. So my daughter, who just finished up at the beginning of this, just finished up her CNA program. She got a job working at a CLC, community living center, basically, if you will, and she's doing fine. So everybody on this side, economically, we were okay.
Yeah, you did okay.
But the other
it's all the other stuff. It's all the other garbage that happened this year,
did.
right?
I put on the smile because I smiled every day.
Yeah.
I try.
You got to do what you can. But here, you know what? I'll tell you what. Here's. I know you see it in the show notes here. And before I jump on it, Connie's saying, planning my next event. I need some MCs. Do you know anyone? We might. I don't know. Dan Lindbergh saying, hey.
Right?
Yeah, right? Exactly. Dan Lindbergh saying, hey, as well. All right, so you see it in the show notes. I know you do, and you're probably looking at it going, what in the absolute hell are you talking about there? So I had, just so everybody's kind of aware, I put on the show notes, I just put horn debacle. All right, so what this is everybody knows, everybody gets them, right? You get all these weird ads in Facebook, right? And every once in a while, you'll catch an ad, and it looks like, it's like, hey, that's interesting. I want to try, maybe I should try this thing out, right? So leading up to Christmas, I saw 2 ads that got me to spend money, okay? Oh, yeah. The first one was a trivia game, and we played it New Year's weekend. It's a trivia game where everything is based off of a phone. Right, so you answer trivia questions with a tablet or a phone or whatever. So there's no it's like the game reminds me of Trivial Pursuit, but there's no cards. Okay, right. And then the second item that I saw that I thought was cool was, and I know everybody has probably seen this, especially if you follow any motorcycle stuff on Facebook. It's called the moto horn, and it's basically a train horn for a motorcycle. And
I've seen it.
I know I probably have talked to you about this at one point in time. I've been wanting a good loud horn for my motorcycle.
Yep.
We all know that the horns that come stock on bikes are freaking terrible. You can barely hear it.
Mine? Because I got a new one. It's loud.
Is it really?
It is loud.
Dude.
I'm like, that's cool.
My horn on my bike is absolutely terrible. Like, with engine noise and a car going down the road with road noise and the windows up and radio playing, there's no way they hear me. Guaranteed, right? So anyways, I see this horn and I'm like, I'm buying it, right? So I think it was like $50 or $60, free shipping. I'm like, whatever. So I buy one, right? And they sell 2 kinds. They sell a chrome and they sell a black one. So, of course,
you got the black one.
I got the black one because I have no chrome on my bike, right? Well, I have very little chrome on my bike. So a couple days goes by and I get the package. And I'm like, sweet, this is going to be awesome. I open it up and lo and behold, when I open it up, I get a chrome horn. And I'm like, son of a bitch, man. So I sent, I get on my Twitter machine, right? And I start, fabricating this awesome email. Hey, look, I ordered a black one. You sent a chrome one. Here's a picture of the chrome one. I hope that you guys can make this right. Send me a black horn. And I would appreciate expedite shipping for, the inconvenience, basically.
Right, and you'll send the other one back.
Right. So a couple days goes by, and I get a response to my email, and they say, hey, really sorry about that. Must have been a mix-up in the warehouse. We've got another horn coming, or we've got a chrome horn coming to you. Keep the horn that you already have. We'll send you a replacement. And they said chrome, and I'm like, son of a bitch, no. So I email them back. I'm like, do not send a chrome horn. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. I don't want a chrome horn. Please send a black horn. And I copied, I highlighted, please send black, blah, 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 right? So another day goes by. They respond with an email saying, man, I am really sorry. Times are crazy, blah, 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 blah. We're sending you a black horn because the other horn is already shipped and gone. Keep all the horns that you have, and hopefully you can send us some pictures or put on your Twitter page or whatever, your Facebook page, your thing. So I now have 3 horns. So I'm getting the black one is going on my bike. I've got a chrome one for you if you want. And then I have another chrome one that I figure we'll give away on the show at some point in time.
Well, I do have some chrome. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, let's do something.
So there you go. So then I figured
you know
the third one we can throw out there as a giveaway. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that'll work.
But Dan's saying got no issues with horns. Mine are loud. See, I'm ready to. Rich says install them all. Dan Lindbergh.
Yeah, he's got 2 car horns mounted on his engine guard.
That's perfect.
Loud as hell.
Loud as shit, huh?
Man.
It needs to go to 14. Yes, it does. That was Kim saying it needs to go to 14.
One of them before. Yeah.
So Rich saying to install them all. That would be a little ridiculous. That would be too much. But yeah, so
one facing down, one facing forward, one facing backwards.
Yeah, that's way too much. Let's play a game for the horn. I agree. I'll figure something out. We'll put something together, and then and it'll be a good game, and then everybody can play, and then we'll get it out to everybody.
Hell yeah!
Oh no, Cindy, the one. I got you. I
the was thinking, 1-4, Cindy.
I know. I was thinking Spinal Tap. Mine goes to 11. I don't know why, 11. But anyways, but yeah. So we'll do that. We'll play a game. We'll come up with a game, and we'll give it away to the winner one of these weeks. We'll figure it out though. So for all of that, and for all the for all that long story, I will say, while they made a mistake, the folks over at Motorhorn not only made it right, but they went well above and beyond, because there's no reason I should keep all of those. They should ask for at least something back. But they literally all they asked for the SKU on the box, and that was it. So I think they just run it as a warranty thing. I think those horns are out of China, so they're just reselling them. So they probably get them for $5-10 a piece.
Yeah, whatever. But you know what? It's good. You throw their name out there and all that, and awesome. So
I will say this: if when we do give that horn away, this horn is not a plug and play horn. You've got to buy some. You've got to buy some cable and some fuses and some relays, and it's not something that you're going to pull your old horn out and pop this in. It's not one of those deals. So that's something to think about too. So. And it's a good sized trumpet too. I mean, it's a good 1.5 feet or so.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to hook it up and get it all going.
So you haven't tried it?
No, because I got it, and then the airplane's in maintenance this week, right? So I'm using this week to kind of. I did the backsplash. I'm trying to get some stuff done that I know I need to get done before I get called out for work and shit like that. So. Your mom's saying the ween hears your voice?
The ween. Okay. Let me explain this to you. Last night, we actually went and my mom is fostering a puppy, a dog. A 4-year-old dog that was in a hoarder's house.
Oh, shit.
There was 31 other dogs with him.
Oh, my God.
So 32 dogs in this house. every one of them were being fed bird food, so bird seed.
Oh my God.
So for 4 years, this dog has ate nothing but bird food. Okay, so we're working on it. We today I went over after work. That's where I was. I was at my mom's I brought my little dog Lulu, and trying to get Lulu to um, help that dog learn to go to the bathroom outside, where to eat. And it's
Yeah.
working. It was awesome. So it's working. Now, to go to where she's saying wean, Wean, okay? Now, that is a Scottish term. It's kind of a loving term, if you will, for a little one.
Mm.
So you say wee, which means little, and which there's another like words for it. I think it's also Gaelic area, but it means one or child. Okay, so wean, Wean, is little one.
Gotcha.
Right? Puff you wean.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Dan, if Dan is on there from Leaks, he would be able to. They might even do it over there in England. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Interesting. Interesting.
So that's wean.
That's the win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, man. That's my year-end recap, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's been fun, man. I'm gonna. I've been extremely busy this new year, so I don't feel like that's gonna quite stop. Work has been busy too, so kind of put 2020 in the rear view and hammer down, and let's move on, and let's get to a new year. Hopefully this year brings good things for everybody watching and everybody listening,
Right.
and that we get back to normal everyday life, because I know a lot of us have been a lot of people hurting out there, and it's time we get back to regular life. That's for damn sure. I gotta say something, then we'll move on. I am extremely shocked that you were able to go to a brewery in California.
Yes. I went to several.
I am like, I mean, I know LA is the big one that's really shut down, but I was shocked when I saw you posted a picture from a brewery in California. I was like, oh, what is going on here?
Okay, so I was at Hangar 24, which is really cool because it literally is an airplane hangar.
That's awesome.
And that's where they have the brewery, and it's right at the airport, Redlands Airport. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I haven't. No. I don't get out to California much.
Mountains, beautiful mountains right there. Big Bear and all that's right there. It's gorgeous. And that's what I was trying to get pictures of with my beer, the truck with the snow on it, the mountain.
That's awesome.
But they serve food. There it is. They brought in a food truck. Pinky's. Have you ever heard of Pinky's hot dogs in L.A.?
I haven't.
World-renowned Pinky's. There's a line when you go to Pinky's in L.A. There's a line that goes around the block to eat these hot dogs. Okay, what they did is they shut down their L.A. establishment and said, even though it's an outdoor place and they could have remained open.
No, they can't.
They could have, because you don't eat there. There's no place to eat there. It's a takeout.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you can, but because you could not social distance because of how long the line was, everybody's always together.
Yeah, right.
They closed down. So what they did is they opened up a food truck down in Redlands at Hangar 24, and we're selling there and social distancing. I got to say, Hangar 24 did an amazing job of keeping everybody distant. They had everything laid out right. It was really cool. It was. We also went to another place called Escape Brewery. Same thing there. They had some food and stuff. My brother is good friends with the owners and stuff. And
okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, weights. Us, we drink a little bit. So, He has a bar in his house. I have a bar in my house.
That's the Scottish in you, man.
Yeah.
That's the Scottish in you.
It
Ken's
was
saying
like,
we need to come down your way and hook up and do a show with you guys. I'd love to. That'd be awesome.
absolutely.
We could trade old sea stories for sure.
Oh yeah, man.
And then Ken also says they have their weenies named after actors.
Yes, they do.
There you
They
go.
absolutely do. And there was a whole bunch of actors. They said, "Hey, such and such ate here. Arnold Schwarzenegger ate here." They got pictures all over
Yeah.
the place with them. Yeah, it's really cool.
All right, so with that, let's jump into the meat of the episode tonight. Couple of topics for you guys tonight. These are going to be quick. Like I said, I've been extremely busy this week getting a backsplash put up and trying to find some stuff to talk about tonight and actually sound relatively intelligent and coherent with it. So, so the first thing we got, you can see across the ticker there. Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office awarded a Florida Department of Transportation grant for motorcycle safety awareness. Now, the reason I put this here because if you read the article, why would I put this on a show about motorcycles, right? Because the headline literally says, "Your mom says good night." Good night, Mom.
Good night, Mom.
The headline is exactly what I just read, right? Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office awarded FDOT grant for motorcycle safety awareness. Okay,
Yep.
Keep that in mind. Now, in an effort to educate motorists in Hillsborough County about motorcycle safety, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office has been awarded a grant from the Florida Department of Transportation in the amount of $195,000. Okay? Now, what is that grant to? What is that grant for? That grant will assist in enforcement activities, distribution of educational materials to drivers,
Yep.
and purchase 15 additional radar units and 15 laser units for speed monitoring. Okay, so really, FDOT gave the Sheriff's Office a $195,000 grant to buy 30 speed monitoring units. In what way?
And don't forget, they also gave them the money to purchase materials, and that's written materials. Have you ever seen them? The little piece of paper about
Yeah, little pamphlets, whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
But what I'm getting at is in what way does 30 speed monitoring units affect motorcycle safety awareness?
I know. They're gonna give you more tickets.
I was flabbergasted when I read, because I'm thinking, oh, they're going to do like, classes, or, the moto guys, the moto
Right.
cops are going to come out and do, which we have to do, by the way, after talking to those guys at the,
Yes.
funeral. But yeah, I'm thinking some training, some, like, the pamphlets is fine. I was thinking something, right? But no, speeding enforcement.
Yep.
Here's an interesting deal though. So in 2019, so this is 2 years ago, there was, I'm going to round up. There's 9,000 motorcycle crashes in Florida. 550 of those crashes resulted in death, according to the Florida Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles Bureau.
Right. Decreasing motorcycle accidents take a lot of cooperation from road users. In other words, the bikers as well, and other cars and stuff. So through this generous FDOT, I got to say I read that through this generous FDOT grant.
That should be all capitals, right? Generous.
Right? They're not only conducting, and here it is, speed enforcement operations, okay? But they also educate both drivers and motorcyclists about the importance of following rules and sharing the road. So remember what I said when you were saying, where does this come from?
Yeah.
Get more tickets, right?
Yeah.
So enforcement efforts funded by FDOT, by this FDOT grant, are running from now through September 30th of 2021. So.
Yeah, so I thought it was hilarious. Dan saying, "Hey lads, what's going on, Dan?"
Hey, Dan.
And then Phil saying, "Now everybody, let's go out and support our Leo." Still got to support the Leos, but
still supporting Leo. Yep.
Yeah, but no, this is I found it hilarious. That's why we're talking about it tonight. Now here's something that I thought was good, right? To keep everybody safe, drivers and motorists, I should say drivers and motorcyclists, are reminded to be alert. Drivers should keep an eye out for less visible motorcycles before switching lanes. Agreed. Be visible. Motorcyclists should make themselves visible by wearing brightly colored clothing with reflective materials and remembering to use appropriate signals. I agree with that 100%, right?
So you mean my all-black motorcycle with all my black jacket and my black T-shirts? And that's not a good idea?
That's probably not a good idea, but we all do it anyways. But you know, I mean, do what you can to be as seen as you can. So I may be in all black and my bike might be all black, but you know as well as most people, my bike is lit up to like a freaking Christmas tree. So so I'm visible just by other ways. And then eventually Motorhorn's going to give me a audible, hey, pay attention. And then lastly, be prepared. Motorcyclists should protect themselves in an event of a crash by wearing a DOT compliant motorcycle helmet, as well as remembering to ride sober. Yeah, I mean, ride or dress for the slide, not for the ride, right?
Yep.
You wouldn't believe.
I will tell you.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I was looking at one of the local Facebook motorcycle pages today, and this was actually posted 2 days ago. This one guy, an Escalade cut him off. He ended up hitting the Escalade, bounced off another car, whatever, hit the ground. He's fine, nothing really, but there is a gash, no kidding, like this on his helmet. Full face helmet right here, big old gash. Damn good thing he had that thing on.
Yeah, no shit. Man.
But he bounced off the Escalade and apparently off the hood of another car.
Wow.
And then slid to a stop. The bike shot. It's gone.
You know, I tell you, I was going to say is I can't. It's amazing how many people I see on a bike out. Especially, I feel like it's more so in Pinellas for some strange reason, but
and I believe that's where it was.
I don't know how many people I see riding around in shorts, t-shirt, backwards hat, and flip-flops. And I'm just like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? This is just ridiculous.
You're going to have to fix that.
Right.
I can't see it.
Dan's saying, hope you are both okay and safe. UK is back in third national lockdown. We are not 8 yet. Got it. Sounds painful just hearing to the story. It's crazy. That's great. Third lockdown. I know. It's funny is I was talking about. I was talking earlier about my horn. Right? Is that better?
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So that game, the game that I was talking about that I ordered, that game came out of the UK, and
really,
this was during the second variant or whatever when they shut down the UK and they shut down all the trucks, all the I'll be for Dan here, right? All the lorries got stopped at the border. All the the ports closed down. They weren't letting anything in. So this company was trying to ship all these games that people ordered for Christmas, and they couldn't get them shipped out because they couldn't get trucks out of the UK. They couldn't get containers out of the UK. They couldn't get their stuff to make the game. It was crazy. They couldn't get them out in time. So, they were asking people to be, patient because they were dealing with this stuff. But, I know several people out there were probably ordering these games for kids for Christmas that didn't get them because of the UK shutting down again. But
did you get yours on time?
No, I mean, but I did because the intent was to get it for the New Year's weekend, and it came on Sunday. So
Right.
or on Saturday, something like that. But I got it. It wasn't here because I was supposed to get it like Tuesday or Wednesday, so it was a couple of days late. But I wasn't really pining for it or anything like that. But
Okay.
HC saying helmet hanging on the back of the bike. I've seen that a lot too.
Yep.
On the helmet lock.
Yeah.
A lot of sport bikes do that.
They'll do that. Yep. I mean, not all of them. And
No,
'cause
I
gotta
shouldn't
give
say all, but yeah, a lot of them do.
I will tell you, I have seen. I got to give it to the sport bike guys, even though they can ride like assholes. Outright
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
They gear up. They do gear up. So,
Yeah,
kudos to them.
they're usually wearing armor and all that stuff. So
Yep.
I'm with you there.
Yeah,
Darwin's
but they
theories apply to
doing wheelies.
motorcyclists. Huh?
Also doing wheelies, splitting lanes, riding in wide groups, and not paying.
Dude, I saw a guy 2 days ago on a road glide, splitting traffic on 19.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, you are insane, dude. Insane.
I'm going to tell you, I saw several road glides and smaller
Out there in
bikes splitting
California?
lanes.
Yeah.
But that was in CA. Now, I did find something out. I mean, this is totally off subject, but I was talking to my brother about the law. It is not a law. It's not a law that it's not. It doesn't say, hey, it is a written law that you are allowed to do this. It's an unwritten thing that says you guys are allowed to split lanes.
Oh, really?
The law is that the cars have to give the motorcycles the right of way. They can't open their doors on them and stuff.
Ah.
They had to write a law for the cars.
not to impede.
Yeah, so all of a sudden my computer decided to say something. I'm going to have to remind me later. I don't know what it's doing. Oh God, no.
Did it do an update?
I don't know what it's doing.
That's awesome. Carmela saying, sorry, helmets should be mandatory in my opinion. I understand why people like helmet laws, right? I've started wearing a helmet again. But I gotta tell you, I do enjoy the openness too. So
do I.
I guess what I'm getting at is I enjoy the choice that I can do that.
I think that's the key thing right there, the choice. It's my choice that if I want to wear my helmet or not. Now I choose to wear my helmet. And there was many years that I chose not to wear my helmet.
Yeah.
I even got pulled over by a brand new cop one time because I didn't have my helmet on. I had to show him my insurance and all that. Hey, look, and he just says, "All right, that little pamphlet you were just talking about."
And he handed you one. Yeah, and it's funny because there's a lot of people. So I'm gonna hit on something that you kind of just hit on, and then we'll move on. But
right.
you made a statement that you said, "Showed him my insurance." A lot of people don't understand that in the state of Florida, it's not that you don't have to wear a helmet, right? You can choose not to wear a helmet, but you have to have.
Oh.
You have to have. You have to have. I can't remember what the number is, but you have to have a certain amount of health insurance or life insurance or something on top of your motorcycle insurance.
$10,000.
Is it 10?
Yeah, but it's not just health insurance. What it is the law says that you have to have enough insurance to cover any of the issues that happen. Now I have 3 dogs in here.
That's awesome.
They just pushed the door open. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Phil says, Harley probably makes flip-flops now. Harley loves to support the new generation. I agree. They probably do.
They probably should.
I'm sure they do. They only gear up for the look. Dan's saying 19 January, Jason Momoa will be presenting a new line of bike from Harley Davidson, and will be interesting to see his bike. Nice. View the new adventure of Bike Pan America.
You can see these 2 heads. All right, get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, 10,000 in the bank. Ken, good point. A lot of people don't know that 10K insurance. Yep. So there you go. Okay. Let's go to the next dealio.
Yeah, this one here, I really think this is cool that they're going to go forward with this. Did you already put the little?
Yeah, it's going across. Yep.
So the ticker's going there. So the King of the Bagger race grows for 2021. I love this.
I do too. I think it's awesome.
Watching it, because I'm that Indian, man, it looks like, all right, at the very end of the race, all of a sudden, oh, we're going to pull forward. You know, come on, man. Tell me that wasn't a setup. Tell me that wasn't a setup.
Hey, man, who knows? Who knows? I know you're so anti-Indian that you just can't let that vision go into your brain that Indian won, right?
Canada won.
The Canadians. Jason Momoa. I love it.
He actually has done a couple of videos, commercials. I even asked you if you saw them. We saw a couple of them.
Yeah, and Dan's saying that he's doing something on the 19th too. He's revealing a new line of bike from Harley Davidson. So
right, pretty cool
to see that. But yeah, so I'm sure a lot of you out there probably thought the same thing a lot of us did when Moto America announced they were doing a bagger only race. We were probably, all of us were like, "What? Are you kidding me? Like, is this really a thing?" Well, if you liked it as much as we did, that you like the idea of baggers hitting the raceway, then Moto America has got some news for you.
Yep. Yeah, because they just announced that the King of the Baggers race is not only returning for 2021, but it's expanding to a 5-round format. That's freaking awesome, man.
That's cool. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to just put a line right here real quick. I saw a bike today on Road Glide Bagger Nation, or one of those Road Glide things that I'm on,
right.
On Facebook, and it was actually a V-Rod. Okay. Get this, a V-Rod that a guy has made the brackets for, and has put the Road Glide fairing on a V-Rod and put hard bags. Now, could you see that in the bagger? There's a V-Rod.
That's weird. A V-Rod with a Road Glide fairing and bags.
Dude, it looks good. It really
does it really?
It's a sport bike looking. It looks good.
Dude, you gotta forward that to me.
I will. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because I'd like to check that out. Dan,
so anyway, yeah.
Go.
So, getting back to the subject here, the first King of the Bagger race at Laguna Seca last October, it was a huge success. I mean, it was like crazy successful.
Mm-hmm.
It got everybody talking about it, So that's why they decided in 2021 to bring it back. They brought it back as a 5-round series, and it'll be held in conjunction with Moto America Honos Superbike Series. That's HONOS, okay? And that's a Superbike Series. So I think that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. So in other words, let's break out the Harley Davidson versus Indian rivalry again.
Yeah.
As most of you, I think everybody here has seen those races. So as most of you remember, Indian won last year with the Harley Electric Glide Standard coming in a very close second. The 2021 series kicks off at the Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta, running from April 30th to May 2nd. It wraps up the Moto America season finale at Barber Motorsports Park in Alabama, September 17th through the 19th. The other rounds, will be at the Road America. Well, she's not happy.
She didn't like that.
Laguna Seca and the Pittsburgh International Race Complex. The cool thing about this year, though, is unlike last year's Invitational, the 2021 series is open up to all qualified AMA license holders. They'll compete for championship points that are awarded over every round, and the national champion will be crowned at the end of the season. The hope is that the new format will bring new teams, new bike builders to this series from different aftermarket vendors, as well as motorcycle dealers who specialize in baggers. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what performance qualities and performance ingenuity that comes to the circuit now that it's opened up to more folks, basically, right? Let's hit these comments real quick. HC with 5 races a year. Yep. Dan, Indian are unveiling something special too on the same day, 19th, the race and racing again for 2021 race season. R mile, that sounds cool. Race model. Indian Challenger Stage 2 cams you can now buy is amazing. I saw that, Dan. I was going to talk about it. Like I said, I didn't have enough time to put a lot of in-depth stuff. So I think next week we're going to hit on a couple of different Indian stuff next week. We've got a new Indian bike that's coming out, as well as their Stage 2 performance stuff. I definitely want to read into that and see what they're talking about there. Dan saying I'll be watching the bagger races every Indian versus Harley race. I would love to see every second of it. We need to do a Rock and Road Show ride. I agree. We need to do something. Bagger races will go way past flat track, I predict. That interesting, Dan. That's an interesting quote. I don't know. That's a bold statement. That's a bold statement.
Bold and woo. Because a lot of people like that flat track, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like flat track. I think it's there's
cool
a lot
to
of
watch,
fun, man. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll tick that, and we'll see what happens, Dan. Because that's an interesting thought. I guarantee that. Speaking of a Rocking Roadshow ride, so we've got. We got an email. So little backstage access, right? So many of you guys know that we did a 9/11 ride this year. During a COVID year, we did a 9/11 ride, and we raised $8,000 for the children's burn camp. Pause that real quick. Dan, like flat track, this is the first type of American racing ever done and founded in America. Good point. Phil saying Dan may be right. Good point. That's a very good point. Okay, so back to that. We raised $8,000 for the children's burn camp. I went to the the regional meeting for Fire and Iron MC, and while we were there, the folks from Children's Burn Camp came in, and they talked. They showed, there was a woman there who is now part of the Children's Burn Camp, whose daughter attended the burn camp, and she now works for the burn camp. Really cool story. Really cool place. But while I was there, I made the command decision that we will be doing a 9/11 ride every year, and the proceeds from that ride will go to the Children's Burn Camp. That's going to be a Rocking Road Show exclusive ride. We're going to do it every year on 9/11, and that's what we're going to raise money for. So, with that in mind, we got an email from Storm and Norman. He's the president of Fire and Iron. I can't remember which ladder, which engine. I'm not going to go that far. But he's one of the presidents of one of the chapters here in Florida, and was asking about that comment that I wanted to do. So I'm sure that this will probably get to him. I still have to write the email in response to him, but we are definitely on board with making that an annual event for us. We're going to start kind of planning this thing out early. Because we put that thing together in a month? No. Well, yeah, but it was a month prior, right?
No, because it was like 2 weeks.
Was it 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
All right. So we put that thing together in 2 weeks. I want to put something together that kind of rivals what we did last year. Now that we have a full year into it.
That rivals most of these other rides. I want to do something. We want to try to do something big.
Yeah. So we need to me and you need to figure out how to do that, what we want to do, what our thoughts are, who we can talk into
Coming over.
band wise, who we can talk into, maybe donating some time,
Yep.
so that we can make this a true benefit ride. And so we're not having to put money, pay these guys, and then you get nothing. So the goal, obviously, this year is to raise more than we did last year.
Yes.
So we raised 8 last year. We want to do at least that this year, and hopefully we can double that. That would be phenomenal if we could do that. So the reason I'm bringing this up is one. It was an email that just came through. But 2, I want some help from the Rock and Road Show family. Those of you that are around and that are local.
Even the ones far away.
Yeah, even the ones far away too. What would you like to see for that event? If there's something that you have thought about or whatever, we would love to. For you guys to give us any kind of input. We're looking, I think we want to look for a big venue.
Yeah. Last year's venue was amazing.
No, it was awesome. Absolutely.
But I don't think for the size that I want to go, I don't think it will hold, it can be one of the stops.
That's my thing too. I want this to be a big dig.
The 9/11 this year, it's on a Saturday.
Yes, it is. You're right.
So falling on a Saturday is freaking awesome. You'll actually be doing a remembrance ride on the day, So
yeah, and it's also the 20th anniversary.
It's the 20th anniversary too.
Yeah, of 9/11 too. So there's a lot of things there. So, anyways. Just something to think about. I know Ken just said if you have vendors, UAVs on board. Of course, we would have vendors. We want this to be a big deal. It may even turn into not a ride. It may turn into just an event too. We just have to figure that out. Have a ride. Play with it too. But Kim's saying your audio screwed. I don't know. Anyhow, Dan's saying I'd like a charity cannonball ride. That'd be fun too. A little cannonball deal. Well, the other thing too is we still need to figure out a Sora. No, the Iron Butt challenge. Iron Butt. We still need to figure that one out because I still want to do that, and that'd be cool to do if we could do that as a giant group ride too. Cannonball ride, entry fee goes to the cause and gets people involved. That'd be fun. That's something to think about too. Ken's saying a silent auction will donate a flag. Awesome.
That's perfect. Amazing. That's awesome.
We'll hold you guys to that. Like I said, this is still super early. We haven't even talked to anybody yet. So, but that's awesome. We'd love to have you guys on board. Yeah, we'd love to have you guys on board, and if you guys can do that, that's super. Could get media coverage too from Dan. Yeah.
Someone wants a kiss.
There you go. Little Henry. So yeah, just something to be thinking about. If you guys, throw out any ideas, we'd love to hear them. Just some stuff locally that's happening. Gibtown Bike Fest apparently is still going, January 21st to the 24th. Yep. The Gibsonton Showmen's Association. It's free parking, $5 a day. Tons of vendors, live music with headliners, Night Ranger. I know. The boys from Stone Gray are playing there as well, too. So,
what's really funny is I spoke with a friend of mine who is a huge Night Ranger fan. She says they're not going to show. And I'm like, it says they're there.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. She said something else happened, so I don't know.
HD just said off topic, what about Gibtown?
We're on topic, bro.
It's going to hit him right now.
Yeah. So, with Night Ranger, you got the Fireman's Poker Run, bike giveaway. That's going to be February 13th, 6 to 11. You got the Salty Shamrock, Apollo Beach. Rock and Roll Show will be set up at live remote.
Yeah, we'll be doing a live remote from that one. That'll be a fun event. It's like I said, it's a firefighters poker run, so that'd be fun. Dan's saying I have a partnership idea for you, which I'll message you about. Awesome, looking forward to it. Phil saying he's got the food truck, even better. HD, are y'all going? I don't know if No, I'm actually going to be out of town. I'm going to be in Houston 21, 22, and then I'm in North Carolina 23. So there you have it.
Yeah, maybe I'll take the wife down to just go for a ride.
Yeah, I might be able to sneak it in, so we'll see. Maybe we can jump out there for a day.
So we need another co-host.
Well, hey man, we've talked about it. I wouldn't mind having a producer. That's for damn sure.
We need someone to
somebody to push buttons, because I do it for a while and then I forget about it, and we're still on the. I've got all these buttons here and I never touch them. So, anyways,
I'm non-technical, so
yeah, absolutely. I'm co-host one day, mate. Perfect. That's from Dan.
Right on.
Yeah, we love all you guys, man. I really, we love having you guys around. We love being able to sit here and do this with you guys.
Yes.
The last, the 2 weeks, obviously were holidays, but then, it sucks not being able to jump on here and talk to our friends. Last week, I really wanted to try and do a show last week, but I knew there was no way that the internet I had in that hotel, I was trying to watch a movie on Netflix on my tablet and I could not get it to work. So yeah, I knew that it was never gonna work.
And,
so
I really wasn't quite ready.
Yeah, you weren't quite there either. So
but we were good. I would have done it. You gotta put on the happy face.
Ken, Boots on the Ground event, Jacksonville, May 7th and 8th. That's right. Already have the go ahead if you two can make it. We will make it, barring any scheduling issues that I have. But that shouldn't be an issue. I think we should be able to pull that off. So I gotta mark that on my calendar so I don't.
Yeah, write that one down.
For sure. But yeah, like I was saying, it's good to be back. We've got some ideas that we've been batting around for the better part of a year now. Yeah. So, and COVID kind of screwed all that up. But now that things are kind of starting to dissipate and open up and get back to some semblance of normalcy, I think we're going to start trying to get that those other projects kind of set up and rocking and rolling. So. We're super stoked about it, and we hope that you guys will be when we finally get that stuff out to you guys. So,
right.
So with that, again, thank you guys. You're the reason that we're here and that we do this. So we can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for interacting with us today. Thank you for being on the show. You guys are just as much the show as we are. So we thank you. We love you. Again, Happy New Year. I hope that everybody has a good and prosperous new year this year. Let's put 2021 or 2020 behind us. I know that some things have gotten a little weird here in the first couple of weeks, but let's just kind of put all that stuff. Let's push everything back there and let's just rock and roll. So, thanks for all the kind words, guys. To everybody saying thank you. Good show. Thanks. In March in the UK, we hope to be open again. I hope so too, Dan. You guys have been locked down way too long. Pat saying thanks, guys. Quick, Dan, later. Yep.
Real quick, Dan, I am going to be doing a cruise in Europe at the end of next year, September-ish of next year. We're going to be doing English Channel, stuff like that, going to some little ports in Scotland, and so... Maybe we can catch up over there.
That'd be cool. Somewhere. Cool, man. Well, I've got no more. I've diarrhea to the mouth. Saying this year, not next year. This year.
Yeah, this year.
This year.
September, this year.
You said next year.
After our 9/11 ride.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I got nothing else. Love you guys. You guys keep it rocking.
Keep the rubber side down, baby.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you from the 1-3 bar next week. Bye-bye now.
Yes.